This is Claire. This is Akah. And yeah, Akah and Claire.
Hey, you know what it is.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Hey, you know what it is.
Everything I do, I do with big.
Hey, up in the club. I know that's somehow almost the lyrics.
Yo guys, so today we're going to be talking about an interesting topic. Baby number 2. With all the craziness that has happened with us from just having baby number 1.
But they don't even know about that.
Well, they know that for us doing one video in 1 year is it can
It's
nothing.
testimonial.
It's a testimonial
of the fact
of
that
Gabby taking our
one
own life.
baby, you don't choke, you choke. When you see, although there are some people like Sisi me, Diana Ekweme, who have these babies and are out there killing it. And
I don't know how they do it.
Like,
oh my god, like where to? Like how are they doing it? I actually need. Can you guys help us tag Diana Ekweme, tag Sisi and tell them how they do it?
Honestly, like just even when you see their content, appreciate them.
Yeah, like
give them a hug.
Diana has how many kids? 2 kids.
Probably like 3 now.
3.
I think.
And then Sisi has 4, and then she's pregnant with 1 now.
No, she's just had her 3rd one.
No, look at you. Sisi has. But I think she was pregnant.
She's had Tiara, and she's had a boy now, baby.
Well, how she's able to do this? No.
I'm telling you.
Constantly putting content.
Please give them their flowers. Sisi
Gabby swept us off our feet. We know.
Gabby was like, "You are gonna what? Record?"
Say what? The Ekweme that used to film
as she
did labor. Her husband traveled now.
I don't know.
I'm sure her husband traveled for work, and she was alone with
this story
doing content.
Wait.
Let's.
Do you watch our content? Is it not the ones that I show you? Let's move on.
So I don't have a right to speak.
No. You do have a right. But we don't know if she was
okay. So we're going to be talking about some of the things that we
have received,
some of the things that have tried to influence, and some of the things that have been a challenge to us having baby number 2. Basically, how we've encountered and how life has helped us encounter that perspective of life, that choice in making a baby number 2.
This is your intro. Just be like grandma. You see how I heard the word trauma?
And you started sweating.
You didn't even say the word. But just because we're talking about baby number 2, that's literally what just came to my head. If I think about it, like if somebody came and said, "Hey, do you want another baby? I'm going to birth it for you and give you," I would still say no. Take it back. Collect your receipts. Do a refund because it's a no from me.
Oh my god. I think for me, I'm not close and I'm not open to it. So for me, Gabby is fine because Gabby fills me with so much. Like
actually, now that
I'm satisfied for it.
I really want to know like what your true feelings, because I feel like
you've imposed yours on mine.
Yeah, now that
which there can be that, which is fine, and submitting to because she's the one who carries baby and all that. However, I know that there's a place where she may not feel this way again, because there are people or friends of mine who have felt this way, and then after 5-4 years they were like, it's another one. But at the same time too, I'm one of those people who never closes my mind to anything, because I'm not the one who makes major decisions like milestones for my life. I always refer to God for that. So if God says, I want you to have another child, we'll have another one. So that's how I just feel like. But I mean, God is aware that Akah is not asking or they're trying or wanting another child. Like, to be honest, what's even more important to me is that we get Gabby right. Like, raising a child, giving a child the best opportunities, raising a child in the best environment is what is most optimal for me and for God, to God. Because people think that like God is the one that said, replenish the earth, fulfill,
but he was the one that said
no, what I'm saying is when God says multiply,
it's not just talking
about babies and children.
But
Nigerian and traditional marriages and parents have made it all about kids, and it's not about just having kids. What is more important to God is that we Christians raise good kids, good children, children that will walk in the way of the Lord and not be a liability to their community, to their parents, to their families, to the nation, and to the body of Christ. You know, if it's one, it's one. How many children did Elizabeth born? I don't go off point because I can't. John Baptist's mother. I was like, that's really hard because I think every other woman gave birth to more than one child. But at the time, there was more pressure on them to populate the earth because the earth was empty. Now, the earth is too full. Why are we still overpopulating? And to be honest, I don't mind adopting because we need to save more children and reduce the amount of uncared or uncatered for children in the world.
Oh, wow. It had, guess how many? It had 7 siblings.
Okay, let's remove the Bible example. There's no woman in the Bible that had just one child. Wow.
No, I'm sure there were.
Wait, Sarah.
No,
Sarah.
That woman that housed Elijah, that was like, this is the only child I have. And he came and,
no, those are not mothers of faith.
But,
we're talking about mothers of faith.
But
Sarah gave birth to only Isaac. Those are the fathers of faith. What are some of the things that are trying to influence?
I didn't break. I don't think this topic is right for me. I feel suffocated.
For me,
it might be this bodysuit.
So what are some of the things that you feel like are factors that are trying to influence your individualistic
I think it's just people,
opinion on this?
It's just people's opinion, and it's usually people that, you know, the older generation.
Closer to you.
Not necessarily even closer. I met one lady who's like, she's a big person in the industry. And when she was like, oh, you have a daughter, oh wow, that's great. And she was like, are you planning for another one? I said, oh no, not at all. And she goes to say, oh, you can't do that to your child. You know, she will be lonely, she'll be this, she'll be that. And as she was talking, I just felt like she was not blessing my child with the things she was saying with her mouth. She will be lonely. Sis, if that was your own reality, keep it at that, because my child will not be lonely.
Amen.
You know, like there's some things that people, they use their own experiences to project on other people. I disagree completely that Gabby will be lonely. And I feel like she would not be selfish. There's another assumption that only children are selfish. I know some people who are not that way. It's just people's opinions, especially these aunties, you know.
You don't even know how deep this thing runs. Like I have friends who I feel like are even like
young
and hip and still say like, eh, only one child? No, you have to. So it's just crazy because like I feel like we should allow people to make their individual decisions themselves. And if myself and Claire should have another child, I want us to have that come to that decision for ourselves because it's our responsibility. It's us who raise the kids. It's us who know what it is to, you know,
take care and
learn.
It's not easy.
Nurture these children, not our parents.
Exactly.
Oh my God, I feel like my not to like throw my parents under the bus, but like, oh my God, like we just gave birth to one, which you were very involved in making sure that we did. Now you're already pushing for baby number 2.
And
oh my God, there's no day my mom prays for me that she doesn't say, and God will bless your womb. And
no, my parents know my stance on it. I say, so they cannot even say that prayer, and I'll say amen. It's not what I desire. Like there's so many things that I desire that you can pray about. A lot of people.
Yeah, why don't you choose the ones that you are even aware that I desire? You not pray that one for me.
There are lots of things that they do to blackmail you, and I'm sure that some people even go to the extreme length of getting people's pastors or mentors to talk to their children to have children. Aside from the fact of, you know, doing Gabby right, I want to enjoy my marriage. Not that I'm saying that having kids will not allow you to enjoy your marriage, but I know myself, like where I am now. Like I know myself, and I know that the energy that I have, I want to put into my marriage, my work, and Gabby. Gabby is, in fact, sometimes.
But that was not in any particular order, right?
Not in any order, right? Those are just the only things, to be honest, that I want to put my energy in.
And also your relationship with God.
Yeah, which is around my work, because my work is, baby,
only your work. Your personal relationship.
Baby, my work is not for finances alone. My work is also how I'm doing my service
fulfilling
to God,
purpose, but
fulfilling
also
purpose,
that is not also like your relationship with God.
which is still, I don't know, the way I'm calculating
everything still turns back to God, because
Yeah,
even doing
exactly.
Gabby comes
It
comes
goes
back to God.
back-
Marriage
exactly.
comes back to God.
Exactly.
So, but building our personal relationship with God is something that is also meant to be very separate on its own, thrive on its own, and it's something that's actually very also different. So it's meant to seep into every other thing.
Yeah.
You know. What are the reasons for having babies? Why did you?
I think I was lonely. I wasn't given attention. I just felt like maybe I'll not be in this house with another human that doesn't give me a second look. I'll get someone that I can
No, but
look at
no. Let's be
and
serious.
will love me
Are you being serious?
for who I
Are
am.
you being serious?
I am being serious.
Excuse me. The week you pressured me and told me it was time
I
for.
pressured you?
Yes. When you
Did I knock you down?
You did. Yes. I will take talking with my chest.
I love you. I
You
said,
lock me down.
now, baby.
What you were? What do they call that thing? Laundry. What they?
Yes, it was a setup for what I
You
wanted.
set me up.
Yeah.
Now, good. So don't
Yes.
ask me a question like you don't know. So
I
now what I'm
used
saying that you cannot
I
tell me.
used
You cannot now tell me
for
that
what
I
I
didn't look
wanted.
at that week was a beautiful week.
It was our anniversary, baby.
But I think that whole
I
period
made
was
it
amazing
beautiful.
because it was during the lockdown. One of the most beautiful moments of our marriage was lockdown. In fact, the
Akah.
best moments of our marriage was during lockdown.
Akah.
So you cannot say
You
that.
asked me that question. You wanted to know my mind.
Okay.
I've told you. What do you have to say first?
So are you serious? Because not that you.
Okay. To be honest, I felt like very ready. Even in my body, I felt. I'm answering the question. Now you don't prefer this.
No, like I just remember that when you were like, I'm ready, and then immediately 2 weeks after Claire got pregnant, we're like, are we ready?
See, and this is one thing that I know that, in fact, I'm going to go back to Charlotte at this point. And a lot of things I want to say because I put on my stories one day where I'm just like, newly married woman, you think you are ready, but you are not. Really, there is no ready moment, but don't psych yourself to believe you're ready when you really are not ready. You can take some time to really get to know yourself, know your partner. And I think I was at that space where I was really knowing my partner, and I was like, okay, I don't see this guy finish. Can I move on to the next phase? But there is still always more to know. And I think the most important thing was even knowing myself. And I started really knowing myself after Gabby. So everybody's journey is different. I don't know if we really went through with not having a baby for 2 years, I would have known myself the way I know myself now. But I'm very aware that the moment Gabby came out of me, there was I became different. Like, I experienced things and handled them differently. I was very protective. I was very cautious of my space. I was learning very quickly. I was literally like, I know that's what motherhood does to you if you allow yourself to learn and to be open to motherhood, because not every woman who is a mother really experiences the gift of motherhood.
Talking about our desires to even have children or not, more children or not. People always say, especially before we even had Gabby, they'll say, do you want children now? I want to wait 3 years. I want to wait 4 years. Young couples are always saying that, but then 6 months down the line they're pregnant.
Yeah.
What happened?
No intention.
I didn't. We don't know. It fell on you. There was no intention. And I think that one of the things that we did was we were really proactive in taking those steps.
Actionable steps.
After marriage, or even before marriage, we had already started making actionable steps and decisions on not having a baby until 2 years after. We said we wanted to have a baby 2 years after. So now that we've now had one, and you're like, no. How proactive are we in making those steps?
Unproactive. Hence this video.
When you test sweet apple, you will never again turn your back, or you will not go and eat agbalubo.
What are you saying?
I don't mind me. but it's just we're not. I think that sex has.
I think that you can do better.
Sex has been.
I think you can be more.
Sex has been more.
So, to be honest, this is a completely different conversation.
Yeah, we should actually go into another topic where we talk about like contraception and the family planning methods.
Yeah.
That we have. We have
tried
and also talked. Guys, if you really enjoyed the video so far, please, why don't you give us a thumbs up? We'd like you to please like this video and also go in the comment section and let us know what you're thinking. But also would like you to subscribe. All right, please share our video with everybody else. And by the way, Claire and I have a book that we wrote called The Wedding Help Guide. So it helps couples plan their weddings and also gives them the necessary checklists and tools that they need to just plan that amazing wedding. The link is going to be in the description box, so check it out. So let's go back into the video. Let's not even talk about like vasectomy or let's not even vasectomy is so scary. Let's not talk about like
no, baby. Tell
hold on.
Why is it scary? Why is it scary?
Wait.
But it's not scary for
God,
you.
let's do.
For me to let's things inside my body.
So what are you now?
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying like. The excuses men and a lot of women will be able to come like talk.
Don't say men. Don't come for men. Don't generalize.
Okay.
Don't generalize. Talk to me. You're talking to me. Talk to my face.
Direct.
Talk to me direct.
Your excuses.
Don't come through my back.
I'm not calling through your back. I'm calling out you and your fans, you and your friends, men in general. You guys will have small headache. You'll be doing as if it's the end of the world. I'm having headache.
But it really is.
I'm really sure of my decisions.
No, you cannot say you are sure.
Baby.
Forever?
Baby. So, for example, I'm content with my decision.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But in 5 years, you may not. So that's what I'm not saying. Like in 5 years, let's see. After 5 years, if we still feel this strongly, then we can then go for permanent solutions.
So in 5 years, you're going to do.
Because in 5 years, I don't know how I'll feel.
Maybe in 5 years, would you consider vasectomy?
Why not? If I feel this way, or if you feel this way in 5 years, why not? Yeah.
I'm afraid of this guy because this is how he spoke to me when he was telling me that when we marry, he's not going to be kissing people. He was like, when I marry you, why not? I will not kiss. Tell them that I'm a married man. They would get somebody else to replace me.
Hey!
In the kissing scene, you said somebody else can kiss on your back.
I said I would try to talk to some of the directors.
Now you use the word try?
I said so. It's more about the financial costs of a second child, the emotional and attentional costs, the time it takes, and then just raising a child in Nigeria is a different ballgame altogether. Raising a child in this country is just our parents tried, but I think that they were not even faced with the kind of crazy things we're being faced with.
Yeah, because they're not having to work as hard.
What?
They're not having to work as hard as we are having to.
They didn't have to.
Or rather, they didn't have to work as hard as we are having to.
Apart from that, the Nigerian terrain, the security issues were not this way when they were raising us. And then at the time there was no space, and communities were more homely, or should I even say. Now it's just
everybody's minding their business.
Yeah, they're just rough concrete everywhere.
Okay, just like I want my child to have like green grass and sand.
But yeah, to be honest, like I think having baby number 2 for now is not in our plan, in our vision.
No, for now, forever. I don't see 2 children in that picture. I see me, I see you, I see Gabby. That's it.
What would you because I know your parents are going to see this video. What are your parting words?
I think my parents. I don't know how
my mother is going to be.
I don't know how your mother would feel about.
How she would take this? Like,
but I know that my parents, just like my mom had said before, I'm very strong. I know what I want. When I saw you, I knew that I was going to marry you. I knew there was something. It's also that kind of, the Holy Spirit gives me strong will on some certain things, and this is one of it. Like I know for a certain, and this is not one of the things that will change. I knew very early that I was going to be in arts. Very, very early, like I was like 6. I knew that I was going to be in art. I knew that, in fact, at age 8, I used to tell people I was going to be an art curator. Then at 10, when I became very slender, I entered secondary school, I say, oh, maybe I'll model. like it's never really changed. Do you get? Like I'm still with
But
it.
you never knew that you were going to have only one child.
But I never knew. But the moment where I was now married and I was in a position to think about children, a lot of times I see these videos on social media with 2 kids. In fact, my friends always sending me these pictures of 2 kids holding each other and loving on each other. I'm like, it's really cute, but I don't connect. Like, I can't even be like, now that my ovaries are shaking. My ovaries don't move. My ovaries are like, hell no.
Been there, done that. Girl, bye.
No. Hell to the no. No. Literally, that's how I feel, and that's why initially at the conversation I was like, I really want to know how you feel, because I feel very strongly on it, but I don't want to also.
I'm not even close to having 2 children because I've always wanted 2. Like from when I was a kid, I knew I was going to have a daughter first. That's what I prayed for. And like when I see things happening in my family, in my marital life and everything, that things that desires that I had prayed for cease and always happen. Like how I even knew when I was having doubts, I was like, oh, I wanted a boy. Later on, I was like, oh, I want a. God told me like, well, you prayed for a girl when you were young, and that's what has happened. Like just so I took like, oh, it's going to be a girl, and then later also Claire had a dream where she saw girl and everything. So I knew that it was girl because God has always told me,
in fact,
like check all the things
like there's some decisions that had happened. Like Akah bought like this book for daughters before he even had a daughter. He bought this book for women, like this women devotion before he even had a wife, and he was like, I want to give this to my wife, and the way I even found the book and the season at which when I found the book and how that book was helpful for me, like it's just very like everything is just like a maze fitting each other.
And so that's why I'm not very close to having a second child, because that was just something. I don't think these desires were stuff that I also conjured. I don't know even if I did, but I know that God honored every single one of them. So that's why I'm not close to having a baby too, because I'm like, later on, God is very good at disrupting people's lives. And when he does that, I'm always like, aye, Captain Kabaraba. Hey!
Meanwhile, I was going to just say in conclusion that for you to be able to make any, I feel like we're in a time and season where people that know God are making more intentional decisions for their lives. So you cannot just be going with the flow or going with the wind, like, oh, people are having 2 kids, oh, this is what I'm meant to marry at 24, I'm meant to do this at this. Let the Holy Spirit, let God really direct what you're doing. Because I mean, what would life really be when you're just like following every other person's pattern, every other person's templates? Like you really need to know what the template for your life is, template for your marriage, template for your family, template for children, template for your business. Like I've seen people do business differently from the way every other person does business, and it's really worked for them. So I think in conclusion, don't even go on people's comments or pictures and be asking them to give birth. Don't do that. Like I've seen people do that, or like, oh, it's time for baby number 2. Don't, because you don't even know whether they're trying and it's difficult. I think I've even said this before in one of our videos, like, ladies, a lot of women do this, like lay low on watching people's wombs,
Yeah, and to be honest, like I remember also how people were so harsh and mean to Adesua Tomi or Wellington, and when it was difficult for her to have a kid, or they had some challenges, and people were always attacking her online. You are wearing this because you are not born for your husband. Will you go and it's just crazy. And she's not the first and only person, like so many women. So Nigerian, well, thank God our followers and audience, they are not that kind.
They are not
Instablog type of people. So
if you do follow Instablog, please. What you say?
So, but thank you guys so much. I think this is the end of the video.
Right.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and man, keep watching our lives because you never know
what will happen. Please said to me, I'll follow up on you.
That's 5 years from now. 5 years from now. 3 years from now, we don't know. Guys, please make sure you subscribe, make sure you give our video a like, and please make sure you also go in the comment section. Would you want us to have a baby number 2? I don't think you guys have any opinions that we don't rate your opinion on this matter, but we just like to maybe even suggest names. But sorry, that's too far. What do you think we would like them to comment?
Just
stuff that they've done, that they've thought about for.
No, just free them. Let them comment whatever. I'll meet you in the comment section. I will meet you there.
Bye, guys. And make sure you also check the link to our book if you haven't checked our book. And we have a second book also coming out later on. It's actually called How to Have Fun in Marriage. So when we have that book out, we'll let you guys know. All right. Bye.